Hey everyone, my name is Jeremy, and I'm going to share some mistakes that I have made recently in writing my second book. I am a published author. My current book is A Gift of Peace and Purpose, A Survivor's Journey. I used BookBaby to publish it, and it's available on multiple platforms. Man, writing that first book was a great experience for me because it was very therapeutic. I got a lot of things out that I needed to say, experienced a lot of traumatic situations, and I wanted to help people who may be going through something similar or other traumatic situations be their best, find peace, and operate towards their purpose in life. And I realized that when you're writing a book, you really have to have an intention, and you have to have a targeted audience, and you have to have a plan to get that intention to that targeted audience in a way that they will receive. In my previous videos, I shared some mistakes that I've made, some things that I would do differently, such as having a plan for marketing, not only having a plan for marketing, but also budgeting, ensuring that I solicit feedback from people who have read the entire book, and not only solicit feedback, but ask them if they can do a review on whatever platform you want to push people towards. And also, maybe using the editing service of BookBaby in comparison to using someone who is third party. I would say that my mistake this time around would be not having not being consistent, I should say, with updating my book. And when I say not being consistent with updating my book, I am doing so much. And I know that I'm doing a lot and I'm capable of doing it. I don't have distractions, so I have the extra time, but it's just about the discipline of being consistent. And as a result of me not being consistent with typing, updating, editing, revamping, whatever it might be with my book, time has passed, time that I can't get back. So more recently, I have been dedicating time every week to getting this book ready and primed to be published, so that way I can get it out into the world and then set myself up for success by implementing the plan in which I am putting together. I'm also ensuring that I have the capital or money available to be able to execute on that plan, and then also thinking of various people that I can reach out to that will help me execute that plan. An example of this is friends or family who you may not talk to on a regular basis, but have a following that will do whatever they say. And also being open to doing things in a way that you never thought. I know in my previous video I talked about with me purchasing a specific amount of books initially with BookBaby. I wish I would have gotten more. So how do I do that again? Buy more books and then strategically plan to get those books out, even if I have to give some away for free. So just, again, what is your intention? Who are you specifically targeting? How do you execute on that plan so that way your intention gets out to people? And who can you use as a part of your network to make sure that that intention or that book is echoed in a way that more people will become aware of what you're publishing, et cetera, et cetera. I hope that that helps you. I would say if you are new to writing, something that you might want to do is try to join groups with other authors. And of course, you got to vet the group to make sure like you mesh, you're a right individual to group fit. And I say that that's important because you are motivated to do things when you have other people surrounding you that are doing the same thing. It's kind of like you build off of each other's energy. For me, I won't say that I'm an introvert, so I work better by myself, but sometimes I do need the motivation. And I feel that if I found a group that would motivate me, that I would probably a little bit further than where I am now in terms of getting my book ready for publishing. One thing that I'm doing now that I didn't do in my other book was, as I'm updating, I'm asking people real time, what do you get from this? So let's say, for example, if I was writing a book about working out, if I had written a section or a chapter about stretching, I would maybe read bits and pieces of that chapter to whoever who may not be a subject matter expert in working out and ask them, what do you get from this? Just to make sure that my intention or my point is getting across, because you don't want to spend all this time writing and then it just goes over people's heads. One other thing that you could do is maybe if you are writing a specific subject, maybe find someone who has a following and see if you can partner with them to maybe get 15 minutes of their time to maybe ask them, what are some things that this industry knows nothing about, or what are some topics that people don't get right, or what are some things that you wish people would talk more about. And that would create a niche for you, so that way your book is catered to things that may not be talked about, and then you start to trailblaze a path for yourself and other people. One thing that I do hope to be able to execute on in my plan is, I have a friend who is a part of a group, and I'm hoping that they can loop me into that group and me have a platform in talking directly to that group about my book. So that way, if they decide to read it and embrace it, they are exposed to it, and then they tell more people about it, et cetera, et cetera. One thing that I'm going to try to do, which I have not been able to do because, again, I'm doing a lot. Clubhouse seems to be something that a lot of people are using. I haven't dug into it, but essentially it's a platform that you can invite people into rooms, I guess. And maybe if you're writing on a specific subject, you join different rooms, and with good intention, of course, you talk about your book, and maybe you create your own room and you invite people to follow you. So hopefully you walk away with what you could do to help you in your journey of becoming an author, or already established in your journey of becoming an author. I will say that, again, because I wrote my first book and I'm on to my second book, because I was being mindful of the journey in my first book, that the second book is a lot easier, but it's just about the discipline and making sure that I'm doing the work. Hope that this helps you. Have a great day.